Hey guys, welcome back to True Sound Studios. I'm Weezna. Today I'm going to show you guys how to use a limiter on vocals. So this has become a very popular question. So today in this video, I'm just going to show you guys how I would use a limiter on my vocals. And I'm going to use two different plugins to do this. Okay, so first let's go ahead and listen to the vocal and instrumental.
Oh, you bleeding now? Damn, forget about the tourniquets. Don't tell me you like my music when really you never heard of it. I'm really splurging with the damn raps that I make. Let me tell you, I'm skipping dinner, going straight for the cake.
So I mean, the vocal sounds really good. And if you guys recognize this beat and vocal, it's from a different video where I showed you guys how to mix these vocals using only Waves plugins. I'll put a link in the description box down below if you guys want to check it out. Okay, so let's get into adding a limiter onto this vocal. And the reason you would want to use a limiter is, especially in mixes where the instrumental is just super dense and you're trying to get that vocal to really sit in the mix really well. And sometimes you have to use limiting to really get it to sit well. In this case, I'm already using 3 different compressors. I'm using them in like tonal ways, only doing about 3 dB of reduction each one. So it's not doing a whole lot. If this mix was super dense, I would definitely want to use an additional 4th compressor, essentially, this limiter, to really help hold that vocal in place. So the first plugin that I really like to use on vocals is the Waves L3 Ultra Maximizer. So I'm going to just show you guys how I would use this.
Oh, you bleeding now? Damn, forget about the tourniquets. Don't tell me you like my music when really you never heard of it. I'm really splurging with the damn raps that I make. Let me tell you, I'm skipping dinner, going straight for the cake. It's I create, bite you like a venomous snake. Your remains put in the body bag, deeper in the lake. Motherfucker, I am the best. You know that I shine. You want my autograph? Go ahead.
So I have this limiter at the very end of my vocal chain. So I have all of my vocal plugins over here. This is actually on this physical vocal track. This gets routed to my vocal bus, which goes through a couple more plugins. I got a compressor, EQ, and now I have the very last plugin is the limiter. This is not always the case how I would use this, but at least for this vocal, I feel like, you know, I've already done my compression and EQ and really got the vocal to sound really good. And now I just want to kind of, as me and some other engineers would say, is brick it. Turn that vocal just kind of into a brick of audio and it really never changes, which is not always what you want. I definitely am the type of mixing engineer that I really don't use much limiting. I pretty much only use it on the mix bus at the very final stage, but occasionally you need to put limiting on a vocal just to really get it to sit in the mix correctly. If you grab this little arrow right in the middle here, you can actually grab the threshold and the output all together and just get that vocal to really sit really well. Now, in this case, I'm doing about 3 dB of reduction, and that sounds pretty good. If we push it a little too far, you guys will hear what would happen.
Oh, you bleeding now? Damn, forget about the tourniquets. Don't tell me you like my music when really you never heard of it. I'm really splurging with the damn raps that I make. Let me tell you, I'm skipping dinner, going straight for the cake. It's I create, bite you like a venomous snake. Your remains put in the body bag, deeper in the lake. Motherfucker, I am the best. You know that I shine. You want my autograph?
I mean, we don't need to choke the vocal out with limiting. You know, this instrumental definitely has a lot of space to it. So we don't need to limit so much that we're just literally turning this vocal into a brick of audio. So I think that maybe 2-3 dB of limiting is pretty good. Like I said before, I like to keep vocals a little bit more dynamic so it sounds a little less processed. You know, I try not to process the crap out of everything. So this is one way. This is one limiter that you could use. Another limiter is this. This is the Softube Chandler Limited Zener limiter. Now this thing is really amazing. I love it in its THD distortion mode. It is fantastic. But another thing I will use it for is for vocal limiting when that L3 doesn't work out. So here's the plugin. Let me show you guys how I'd use this one.
Oh, you bleeding now? Damn, forget about the tourniquets. Don't tell me you like my music when really you never heard of it. I'm really splurging with the damn raps that I make. Let me tell you, I'm skipping dinner, going straight for the cake. It's I create, bite you like a venomous snake. Your remains put in the oh, you bleeding now? Damn, forget about the tourniquets. Don't tell me you like my music when really you never heard of it. I'm really splurging with the damn raps that I make. Let me tell you, I'm skipping dinner, going straight for the cake. It's I create, bite you like a venomous snake. Your remains put, oh, you bleed now. Damn, forget about the tourniquets. Don't tell me you like my music when really you never heard of it. I'm really splurging with the damn raps that I make. Let me tell you, I'm skipping dinner, going straight for the cake. It's I create, bite you like a venomous snake. Your remains put in the body bag, deeper in the lake. Motherfucker, I am the best. You know.
So this limiter, you can hear, also adds a little saturation, a little bit more than that L3. The L3 is a little bit more transparent, where this has a little bit more color to it. It's starting to break up a little bit. And I only have the input turned up, you know, just a little bit past default. You got to be careful with this plugin though, because when it first starts off, if you guys heard, it drops the overall volume of everything. So you just want to make sure you constantly turn that plugin on bypass to make sure you're not just psyching yourself out because the vocal is now louder. That's another reason why I do a lot of bypassing, making sure what I'm doing I actually like. I'm improving the vocal, not just making it worse. So if you guys are enjoying this video, please click that like button. So this one, I have the input turned up to about 6.5, the output like 3, I guess you would say, 3 dB. I have it just on limit mode, and if you push the input even further, you really can even break it up a little bit more, which I'll show you right now.
Oh, you bleed now? Damn, forget about the tourniquets. Don't tell me you like my music when really you never heard of it. I'm really splurging with the damn raps that I make. Let me tell you, I'm skipping dinner, going straight for the cake. It's I create, bite you like a venomous snake. Your remains put in the body bag, deeper in the lake.
So you can hear it starts to blow up a little bit. Like, it just sounds like too much processing now. So most importantly, use your ears. I mean, you can watch the meters all you want, but you want to have this limiting to be somewhat transparent. I mean, it already sounds like a fairly natural vocal. We don't want to like just squash it with limiting just because we can. And that's another reason why I like mixing analog, is because I don't have the ability to put a limiter on everything, and therefore kind of makes you work a little harder at using certain pieces of gear to still achieve that amazing result. So that is really how I would use limiting. You know, I would put it after all my EQ and compression and put it at the very end of my chain, because sometimes you really just don't need a limiter. You know, you need to use your ears, you need to listen. Does the track really need it or not? And this way, by putting it at the end of your chain, if, you know, after you put it on there, you don't really feel like it's doing anything in a positive way to the vocal and the sound of the track, then you can just easily take it off. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out this other video where this song and instrumental came from, is the how to mix rap vocals only using Waves plugins. Once again, I'll have the link in the description box down below. Please let me know if you guys have any other questions about all sorts of things vocals, and I will definitely get to them. But till the next video, I'll see you guys then.